What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this gun open flex mini scheme in Madden 23. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So the playbook I am in is the Cardinals offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Arizona Cardinals offensive playbook. Now, I really love this formation, and a couple things I want to say is we're getting closer to Madden 24 coming out. We got about 2 more months and really about a month and a half before Madden does actually drop. So it's gonna kind of be these style of videos where I just show you schemes. I may do some gameplay here and there, but it's gonna be more so just still scheme based to get you guys ready for Madden 24. And again, if you guys are new to this channel, I do current gen schemes and I do next gen schemes. And whenever the new Madden comes out, I'm actually going to do them all into one video. Now, I do apologize if you guys hear that. They are cutting the grass outside. I didn't know they was going to be cutting it this early, so it might be a little background noise. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, I actually want to go ahead and get started into this video. So the reason why I chose the open flex formation, there's a lot of nice plays I want to talk about. But first, I want to quickly go over personnel. So for personnel, we'll say personnel. So with personnel, you want to put your fastest receiver right here where number 10 is, Anthony Schwartz, and you want to put your best route runner right here where Amari Cooper is, right here in the slot. Now, it's up to you. You can put your starting tight end here if you want to, which they will do automatically. But if you have another running back that's really good, who's a good route runner or something, then what I would actually do is you go to packages and you want to go to tight end, fullback, sub. And what that does is it's going to put your starting fullback right here where number 27 is. So what you want to do is you want to go to your depth chart and you want to go to fullback and you want to put your second string running back, or if you want to, you could put your first string running back if you got somebody like CMC. So if I was using the 49ers, I would probably put CMC right here where Nick Chubb is, and then I would actually put Elijah Mitchell or somebody like that right here where Nick Chubb is, and then I would put CMC right here. And the reason why is because you can use this guy to out the backfield. So just things like that. Or if you're using Mutt, you could just have a really good route runner here, so you can get those running back apprentice style routes. So just a lot you can do right there with that. But anyways, there's only a couple plays I want to talk about. So first I want to show you the RPO read flat. It's a really nice play. Now, sadly, for my OGs who knew this formation in the past, they actually don't have the little toss pitch anymore. They got rid of it. Hopefully, they bring it back on 24, but we'll see. But there's only a couple plays I want to go over. I want to go over this double post, and I want to go over this X seam. So these 2 plays will win you the game with this formation. They're extremely powerful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put X seam into one of these audible slots. So we'll put it right here, and then we're actually going to... let's see. Yeah, we got RPO read flat, so we're actually going to come out and double post, and we're going to audible to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate normal defense that you'll see. So you're either going to see $3-2-6. You're going to see a dime normal style defense where they have 4 down linemen, or you're going to see a 3-4 odd where they're doing the where they're either going to all out blitz you a pinch bucko, or they're going to play cover 4 drop. I see that defense just so much these days. So this is going to kind of prepare you for all those defenses. Okay. So what we're going to do is come out and cover 3. So what we're going to do first is move the ball. When you run this offense, you primarily really want to try to get your 2 receivers to the wide side, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do it in the middle just because. But first I want to talk about this RPO read flat, okay? So with this RPO read flat, you really want to run this running man coverage. So right now we're in zone, and I'll show you why I say that. You can still run it, but it's just, it doesn't work as well versus zone. They actually react to the RPO really well. So when they're in man coverage though, so especially a man blitz, I love this versus the man blitz because a lot of times this running back or your tight end, whoever you have, is going to be able to leak out. That's why I say you want to put your CMCs and your number 1 running back right here, because normally you're going to get a mismatch in man coverage, and a lot of times it's going to be wide open. The only way that does not get wide open is if they pass commit. They have to pass commit, and I'll show you right here. So let's go back to man coverage. I'm just pinching the defense. Right here, I'm actually going to go pass commit. You guys, I know you can't see it, but I'm guessing pass, and we're going to go back to the RPO. And normally when you guess pass, they actually play it a little better. So notice how right there, somebody actually goes out there, the person that's responsible for him. So it's a really good RPO. I really love it. And you want to mix it in with this halfback dive too, okay? So moving forward, we're going to take a look at this play right here. So I want to show you a bomb setup, and also want to show you how to dink and dunk your way down the field. So for the bomb, you want to take R1, put them on a streak. I like to take square, put him on a drag. I like to take X, actually put him on an out to the left, and then block my running back. Now, if you're worried they're going to blitz you, you can just block X if you want to. You definitely don't have to send him out on the route, okay? It's not necessary. You'll just see why I say it's cool in a second. So, anyways, you want to put your fast receiver where circle is because you need to have time to actually let this play develop because he's going to have to run away from him. Now, I know you're saying, Rel, you're never going to get that much time. What I'm telling you, please only try to run this bomb versus cover 3 if they're doing exactly what if they're only rushing 2 people. If they're only rushing 2, or if they're rushing 3 and you have a really good offensive lineman, you can try this, okay? But please don't try this when they're rushing 4 people. Now, if for some reason, if for some reason you run out of time, this is what this route is here for with the running back. That's why I told you to put him here, because if you run out of time at any point, you can playmaker this guy up the field at any point. So if you run out of time, you can actually do that, and I'll show you here in a second. But the point of this getting open is that this route right here is going to hold this free safety to where he can't actually commit to this route. And what's going to happen here is that we have all this room to bomb, because as you guys know, zone coverage is almost useless still in this game because he's just not going to understand that he has to keep getting back, So that's why this bomb play works right here. So basically what I was telling you is a lot of times you have people play like maybe if they play zone drop, they'll have the purples at like 5 or something like that, and then may take this guy right here and put him like this, and you may get a defense that looks something like this sometimes where they it looks like a cover 3. Y'all know what defense I'm talking about, where it looks like a cover 3 and they take their best player and spy him, or they spy like a linebacker and then they use her on this guy on the snap of the ball. So sometimes you will see defenses like that. This is when you want to break out this little, this little bomb. So just wanted to give you an example because I know you guys are going to be like, well, I'll never have enough time. So just wanted to show you real quick. But don't worry, we're going over all the coverages. I want to show you this again. So let's say we didn't have enough time. I can grab X and playmaker him up. Just wanted to show you that. And if you throw it too late, you will throw a pick. So you have to make sure you're throwing this ball with the correct timing. And again, I wanted to show you that, because it is a timing-based throw. If you wait too long, you won't be able to have it. So I was playing around with the playmaker, but you have to playmaker him up, like actually flick it up. But if you don't throw this ball as soon as he crosses his face, so you should have let this ball go right now. If you don't, then what happens is he's going to chop his feet and settle up. When that happens, don't throw this or you will, 10 out of 10, throw a pick or a deflection. I can't say 10 out of 10 pick because you guys know how Madden is, all right? So moving forward, let's talk about cover 4 drop just because I've seen it next. Now, with cover 4 drop, it's going to be the same exact thing, and we're still going to be able to bomb the coverage, but just please make sure you have this streak. If you don't have that streak by R1, you 10 out of 10 will throw a pick because you just won't be able to run past them. And notice how when we put them on a streak, we're going to just be able to get right behind that safety for a one-play touchdown. So, and again, you don't have to, send X out on the route. So if you wanted to, you could just run it like this. Now, if you wanted a max pro, I would suggest taking square, putting them on a smoke screen, and I would run it just like this. Now, the reason why is because we'll still be able to playmaker square if we want to, and we're still going to be able to bomb them for a one-play touchdown, as you can see. So, really, really powerful play right there. Now, moving forward, we're going to take a look at cover 2. And cover 2, we're going to be able to split down the middle for a one-play touchdown. And again, I have to spy these linemen because I don't want to have to run this play 4, 5, 6 times. Just because you just want to make sure you work the pocket, that's all. Now, what I like to do is take square, put them on a comeback, and then I like to take R1, put them on like a little baby in route. That's normally good. You can smart route it if you want to, but we're just wanting to hold the user. Now, don't worry, I do have R1 smart routed. It's just not going to show up like that. But anyways, I just want to show you. So circle is going to be who you're looking for. And I mean, you just can't get more wide open than that, you can't get more wide open than that. So this play is really dangerous versus cover 2. And again, I like this. Oh, my bad. I forgot to mention. If you need to block somebody, you can block your running back. You don't need this swing route, okay? The swing route is not important at all. But what does happen here is that if they aren't playing zone drops, a lot of times you can swing this route out because they actually auto-lock. You can tell he auto-locked onto him before I even threw the ball. So you actually can throw this route right here, which I'll show you again. But this comeback is what's going to hold that safety. And this little streak route by the running back is actually what's going to hold this safety from actually running with this. So that's why you can tell he's kind of having the midpoint, both of these. That's why that throw is so wide open, just in case you were curious. So I want to show you versus cover 2 one more time. And I want to show you this little running back route. And I want to show you that you can actually just throw this ball, you know, R1 on the streak, square, not on the streak, excuse me, R1 on the in route, sorry about that. And you can smart route it if you want to. It's not needed, but you can just, I like to either put them on a baby in route or smart route it. I just put it back to a baby in route, but you won't be able to tell because of, you know, how the game is. But anyways, I wanted to show you triangle that you could throw that. So what happens at that corner, if they are in a cloud flat or a soft squat, they're gonna auto lock onto that route every time, and you'll have that swing route literally every time. And the reason why it's good, I should say real quick, is because with this swing route, notice where the user's gonna be. User's either gonna be on the mid read. Most of the time they're not. Most of the time they're going to be on a vertical hook or this vertical hook. So what's going to happen is this little baby in route, if they don't have any spies on the field, a lot of times you can just make this quick throw right here because these are spies. They're not going to be there in the game most likely. But what's cool is we just need the user to bite on this route for half a second, and we can actually just dump this ball here, get you about 5-6 yards. So just a really, really cool, sneaky little dot. So moving forward, I want to talk about man coverage. So with man coverage, this is where you want the good route runner at. So right here. So if you're playing a man blitz, you really want to block your running back. Now, this is where you have options at, okay? So this route is not really that good versus man. Now, sometimes, depending on who you have, you can motion him out and just see if he can just outrun him to the sideline. That doesn't happen too often, but it depends on personnel, to be honest with you, because this could be your starting running back, your starting tight end. You know, it just depends on personnel. But if you have just an average guy here like Kareem Hunt, what you can do, you can take X and actually put him on an option route. And what's going to happen is he's going to run an out route that's designed to beat man coverage. So from this point, excuse me, I had to clear my throat. There's a couple things you can do. So you can take square, you can put him on a drag, and you can run this kind of concept. He's on a drag, you just can't see it. But this route right here will beat man coverage if you have your best route runner here. And this route, it depends on who you have. You really want your second best, but don't expect Schwartz to get open versus him, but I'll just show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you another variation of this play. So look at X, look at R1, and then we'll take a look at circle. Now, if they're playing a too high safety style man coverage, then I will not run this setup. Again, if they're playing a too high man coverage setup, I will not run this one. And sorry, they're cutting literally right by my window right now, so that's probably why you guys, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but anyways, this route right here will cook man coverage, but if they have a deep safety, they actually play it in a good spot to where you can't throw this. So this is a good setup if they're playing anything other than a too high man coverage safety. And I'll show you that here in a second actually. So for man coverage, all right, if they're playing this style of man, then what I like to do is I'll switch it up a tad bit. So if you want to, I would probably put my best route runner here if they're playing a too high man coverage, and I would take R1, I'd put them on a slant, I'd take X right here, I'll block triangle, excuse me, and then I'll normally take square right here, just put him on a drag, and then I'll block my tight end normally, depending on if they're blitzing. If they're blitzing, I'll block them. If not, then I'll take them and put them on the out route to the right, well, to the left, excuse me, and we're gonna motion this guy across, okay? So basically, we're gonna have just a two-way read between R1. We can read X, and we can read circle, and we also can read square. And as you can tell, circle can get open up top. It just depends on, you know, personnel and matchup. So right here, I was showing you this because it all just depends on who you have. So right here, this route can win versus man. And again, this is all Madden practice mode, so they're just gonna completely bag Amari Cooper on the slant. He got a little bump, but that normally doesn't happen. But look at this route up top. So notice how this route up top, we actually can throw this if we can actually get, you know, a great throw right there. So anyways, that's one setup that I love versus man coverage. I wanted to give you one more setup that's really good because you're going to face man coverage a lot, and this route is really nice against man. So if you have your best route runner here, one thing you can do, you can just go ahead and block your running back, which is doing a thing where it's not showing me. You can take circle, put him on a slant, and you can take square right here. You can just get him out the way. So you can put him on a streak, normally I like to do, well, fade, and he's going to fight to the outside. And you want to motion this slant across. Now, I love this setup again whenever they're not playing a deep half safety because we're going to be able to read between circle and R1. And X is going to do a good job of clearing out the routes. And again, it's not getting open just because this is all Madden practice mode and I can't control, you know, this is the Packers have one of the best man coverage DBs in the game. But anyways, Jeer is gonna pretty much, you know, do Jeer things, but you can tell he still kind of runs away from him. But I love this because it's gonna force the user to stay in the middle, and that's all we want. Now, another option you could have done too, you can also take this running back and put him on an option route instead of this little, you know, instead of little streak. But what happens here is that sometimes the purples will auto lock onto that sometimes, but I'm going to give you show you the variation I was talking about, and then after that we'll move on to the next play. So what I like to do again is take a circle. Actually, I don't want to do this. Yeah. So another one, like R1 on a slant, but just leaving him right there in that spot and taking X, putting him on an option route, blocking our tight end right here, and then taking square, putting him on a fade. I love this setup as well because we're going to make a read between our running back, the slant, and then finally this post right here. So it's just, you know, like it's just a, you know, really nice setup. It's right there. Like I said, they're just going to completely bag the Browns. But anyways, these setups all are designed by nature to beat man coverage. Out routes will beat man as long as he gets a clean release. But notice how he kind of just got bumped and bumped. That doesn't really happen that much in game. But slants, like I said, normally slants are going to get open, but they're just kind of bumping everybody. But the post, you know, that's just how you want to read it, between the out route, the slant, and then the post up top. So use those combinations. A lot of times when you face man, you're going to get a man blitz anyways. And remember, keep in mind, if they're running heavy man coverage, okay, don't forget, if they're running heavy man and you're feeling like even you're a little bag, don't forget to mix in this RPO, because a lot of times they may forget to call pass, and that's what we're going to bank on, that they're going to forget to call pass, and we're going to be able to get a sneaky little 9-10 yards out of them. So don't forget to mix in that run play, okay? Now, moving forward, we're going to talk about this play X seam. So this play X seam is really nice. I love it as a man coverage variation because this route right here will cook man coverage every time. But you also can run this versus zone. So what I like to do is streak square. Then I'll take circle right here. It's a basic setup, circle on a slant. And then we're going to go ahead and motion this guy across. Now you can take X and put him on an out route to the left. A lot of times I do like to do that. And then what we're going to have here is just, you know, versus zone or man coverage. We're going to have the same read progressions open every single time. So I really, really love this setup. And again, you can run this stock if you want to. Just take a square, re-streaking them. You can run it just how they have it set up. But with this setup right here, this is going to pull down any of those purples or hard flats. And we're going to have this dot right here open. And then also with this backside slant, a lot of times what happens here is that this purple is going to end up leaving and maybe backing up. And a lot of times you can hit this right here, or you can just wait and you'll have him on the sideline. So whichever one you want, completely fine. So I just love this formation. I love this little play. I feel like if you run X seam in combination with the double post play, you have yourself a really, really nice offense. So another setup I like is square on a streak. We're going to take circle, put him on a baby little in route. And then a lot of times I do like to snap it like this. Or sometimes I like to take X, put him on a wheel. And what that does is it's just going to widen out those outside zones. You'll see it right here. So a lot of times you'll have circle in that little gap. Triangles a lot of times going to set up right there. And then not a lot of times, triangle will set up there where there's no pass rush. Basically nobody's blitzing. And what happens here is that you only want to run this whenever they're rushing about 4 people. Don't try to run this when they're trying to send like a 5 or 6 man blitz, obviously. But what happens here is that this little wheel route is going to take vertical hooks back. It's going to take purples back. It's going to take all those routes back. And it's going to set up this throw right here. And also what's cool is that if you wait, you'll have this guy open right here too. Now he's only covering this because that's a spy. Okay, so we could potentially have a 3-way read right here between those 3, and this will work versus every single zone coverage in the game. And just to prove it, I'm running versus cover 2, and then that's going to be the video, because I didn't mean for this to be a 20-minute video. But you guys, if you guys are OGs, you guys know, just be expecting about 20 minutes. I don't be trying to, I promise y'all I don't, but it is what it is. But hopefully I get enough time in the pocket here. So I wanted to show you triangle. Notice how triangle gets open. But if we would have waited half a second longer, we also would have had R1, because that route does get over the top of cloud flat. So again, real quick, I just want to show you this right here. So notice how the wheel route is going to kind of pull the safeties back, well, the safety and the corner back. And the vertical hook has to react. The vertical hook reacts to this route late because of this wheel route. So a lot of times, if you need a quick dump off versus cover 2, this will be the throw to make. You can easily throw this ball, and all the time you can have him open as well. So no matter what, we're going to stress the user because this route, he is going to come down. I just ran out of time, but because of he's coming to his area, you're going to be able to pass lead this ball up and then get a nice little dot. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, though. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.